guys, Stevewolbach, your friendly public adjuster. This has to do with, let's see, what's the title? This is some more information from an insurance policy, right out of the homeowner's policy itself. And it's inspections and eligibility. And what's the point of this? You call up an insurance company, you ask for homeowners insurance. They'll ask you certain questions. It's usually regular routine of different questions that they have on the form there. You fill it out, they fill it out, go through, there's a calculation made, and here's a premium with a certain type of coverage. If you like it, you go with it. You don't like it, you keep shopping. When you go with it, the insurance company wants to let you know that there are certain things that they will come, if they come out, and it's not always that they do come out, but if they were to come out and actually look at the property and take a look at things, and if they see certain indicators, this could be cause for all bets are off. We're not going to give you insurance, and that's it. Some of the conditions that would be like that is if they found out with the dwelling that there was so much damage, cost to repair or replace of more than $2 million. Well, I guess, yeah, that building's not really inhabitable at that point to begin with, unless it was an $80 million property to begin with, right? And that would be the whole thing with the land and everything. So, yeah, that's 5 or more units in a single dwelling. Now, normally the policy states, if you ever read it, it talks about up to 4 different units in that single dwelling. If this is 5, that you have one additional one, this is grounds for them to say, we're not going to cover you. If it was built before 1870, now hopefully they shouldn't need to ride out to see that. They should be able to check records on that. Farm buildings. Let's see. If they talk about property condition, unrepaired damage, broken windows, debris in yard. Now that's kind of minor. I'm not sure if that would be something where they would cancel your policy. They might write to you and say, hey, we need to get these things fixed. But that's something that's a fairly simple fix, isn't it? Let's see. Here's something. Roofs in poor condition, missing, curling, and worn out shingles, brittle, shrunken, little to no surface granules, moss and plant growth on roof or gutters, structural problems. Guys, I see a lot of homes out there that have moss all over the roofs, and in the gutter, you've got beautiful plants that are growing there. Too bad you don't have any vegetables going. But you got to clean these things out. You need to maintain this stuff. This is going to affect the quality of the home. It's these types of things help promote other issues happening to the home that cause damage to it. Not a smart thing letting this stuff go. When I see a roof that's got a ton of moss on it, that's disgrace. You know, that number one, you're any minute ready to have damage. And insurance company comes out and looks at that, you're denied. You're not going to get 1 cent from that. You need to do some type of routine maintenance on this, guys. Come on. Routine maintenance is important. I know that's a term that's used by insurance companies quite a bit, and it's overused, I agree. But talking about moss, having plants growing in the gutter, there's no excuse for that. If you're not in the position to do it, you need to find somebody. If you can't pay them, you need to find a good Samaritan that will come and clean that gutter out for you. You can't have these things go like that. There's too much of a risk of damage occurring when these types of conditions exist. Animals with a history of biting, vicious pets or guard dogs, boarding or breeding of animals such as horses, and non-domesticated animals such as llamas, exotic pets. Again, very, very rare we're going to find people that are doing something like that, but I'm sure that exists out there. But if you have these types of things and you don't tell the insurance company from the very beginning, you're just opening yourself up to being canceled if they should come out and inspect, because these things are not permitted. Just isn't going to be accepted. Other issues that are definitely not, or that I should say are frowned upon, exterior oil tanks, whether underground or above, in-ground pools without a 4-foot or higher fence surrounding the pool. Those are just local code ordinances there that, you couldn't have that because of your local town. The code enforcer there should be getting you for that. Well, that's a big liability for insurance companies, and it's a liability for you. You don't want some little child wandering over there and falling in. You know what some of the outcome can be on that. Not a good circumstance to have there. Pools with homemade diving boards and slides. Yeah, you might be kind of a handy guy, but throwing something together with a diving board and thinking this spring will work, probably not the best idea. Trampolines without nets and open wells. Trampolines they don't like, period, but especially if you get one that now doesn't have that protective net that's all around it, like you're in the steel cage match in a wrestling, WWE or WWW or whatever these initials are. As you can see, I'm not a very big wrestling fan, but they definitely are signs that can get you canceled. So you want to be careful with some of those things too. So guys, I hope that this gives you some information about some habits that you may have that you're exhibiting around the home. You might want to take another look at some of these things because you're opening yourself up to some liabilities. And if they don't catch you initially with just a drive-by, when they come out for a claim and they see these other situations going on, that opens the door for them to say, you got to get this thing fixed. You've got 30 days, you've got 60 days. If not, we're canceling you. So please heed some of this. Take a look out there, and if you fall into this category with some of these issues, really do your best to get those corrected. It's in your best interest. Guys, I hope that you found that informative. This is Steve Wolbach. If you liked what you heard, would you give me one of those? Also, would you share this with others? Maybe your neighbor has half of these things here. Well, there you go. Get them to watch this video so that they can start taking necessary measures to get this eradicated, right? Have yourselves a beautiful day. God bless you.